Hi there, I'm Manish and I'm back with my weekly podcast of Markets Last week. This week I have two more guests with me. One is Scalp and the other is Fakir. Now, this is not their real names, but they are a little paranoid about revealing their identity online, so let us just go ahead with it. So, Scalp has an experience of around 5 years of algorithmic trading. He does not do manual trades at all. Everything is automated. He has around 5 to 6 systems that he keeps on trading and earning money for him day by day every day. And Fakir is a manual trader. By trader, I mean that he is not a system trader. He is kind of a discretionary trader who trades based on discretioner, and he trades mostly Nifty options, sometimes Bank Nifty too. And I have known him for the last 8 years. He started with he was a stock trader initially, then he shifted to stock futures, then he shifted to stock options, and then finally he settled with index options. Yep, so we'll start with them. And before we do, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel to get my content regularly. And please like and share if you like this video. So, Scalp, over to you for introduction.
Hey, hi, Manish. As Manish said, my name is not Scalp, but that is the identity I like to represent myself online. I've been a trader around 5 or 6 years, and out of which last 3 4 years I've been completely into systematic trading, where I have deployed my own strategies and I trade them automated. And so even if everything is automated, I still spend time looking at the charts and refining them, and then it's as hectic as manual trading, I would say. Uh, yeah.
Yep, and you also do not have
Hi,
a scalping system,
hi,
though your name is Scalp, right?
Yes.
Okay, over to Fakir.
hi Manish, hi Scalp. Good to be here. So, like Manish said, that I've been trading options, stocks, and stock futures since last 8 years. So I do trade stock options once in a while, but yes, I am a a full time index option buyer. So yes, I my day to day is looking at the chart, staring at the chart, and making sure that I get the right trade. So yes, I do track the intraday movements of Nifty. But earlier, I used to trade news. Being a discretionary trader, the urge to trade news is very high. So yes, I used to be a news-based trader, but now I just look at the charts. Maybe sometimes I do a kind of a narrative-based trading, but yes, I am a strictly chart-based trader. But I do take discretions on what patterns to follow. Yeah.
So, you're a
Over to
pattern
you,
based
Gurpal.
trader, chart patterns.
Sorry.
So, you're a chart pattern based traders looking for things like head and shoulders
Yup.
and
Yeah.
double bottom, double
Yup,
tops.
yup, yup, yup. I do use pivots and another few indicators, but yes, I do look at a combination of the indicators and the pattern that I see on the candles.
Okay, so do you draw lines on your chart, or is it like everything just catches the eye and you trade based on that?
Um, I am not a trend line. I would say yes. I am not a trend line based trader, but yes, sometimes when I do see a very good channel and then a wedge breakout, then of course I'll draw those lines. But no, I don't draw a lot of lines on my chart.
So I think you are more of you have developed your intuition of chart, and then looking at it, if you want to take a trade or not.
Yep, yep. So since I trade index options, so I do look at those patterns. I try to, I mean, make those trades wherein I find a similar pattern in the underlying options. And whenever there's a harmony between the chart I am seeing on the stock, so say for example script, and then the underlying option, say for example if I'm bullish about Nifty, I should also find a similar pattern on the underlying call option. Only then I'll buy that call option.
This is interesting.
Okay, that was the introduction, I guess. So let's move on to the charts this week or charts last week. So we can see the charts here. This is the 17th when you see the uh, market opened at somewhere around 19612, and this week we made a high that was very close to 20K. So nearly a 400 points move we saw in the market. which is not really bad in any sense. But what turned out bad was that the decline on Friday, which made the market close somewhere around 19,780. So which is like just 180 points gain from last week. But the last week was mostly totally flat. So again is still a gain. So this is a positive way if we look at the weekly charts. So I think the we had two trending days this week. One was Monday and the other was Thursday. So as you can see, Monday was the start. The first 15 minutes candle was a little bit reddish, but then after that I see a very steady up move. So how was this day for you guys? Did you turn out? Did it turn out profitable for you, or I mean, how was it?
So the kind of candle that you see on Monday, wherein the body is very small, is very bad for option bias, because we see the theta decay or the vega decay on the daily chart, and then when you see that the day is ending, then there is a premium shot up in the underlying calls. So as a buyer, it was not a good day for me.
Okay.
Maybe Scalp, who is into options
I think
writing.
it was profitable day for me because it was one sided move, and then I have a couple of systems which specifically target the one sided moves. So I think I made money, but I don't track PNL every day, so I'm
Okay.
not sure. But let me check meantime.
It's okay. I mean, you don't need to check specifically for this. So we can assume that it was a very profitable day for you based upon a trending move that day. And you are into options
Yeah.
selling scalp, right? You are not into buying.
Yes, so I'm completely option seller. Previously, I used to do option buying, but for a system trader, I felt that option buying is a lot challenging than selling, because in option you have to worry about the time decay. Then there are gamma and there are a lot of nuisances to that, and then I, I do not like to go into so much details. So even my option selling, I don't understand the market very well. The option, how do they move? But I know that the chart patterns. So that is after years of reading the chart and then trying to understand, solidify my understanding, and that's how I traded. So my most trading is on the most intraday trading is on breakouts. So I don't like the range bound days.
So
And
in
the other one that
Yep, continue.
yes, no, that's all.
Okay. So
So
basically,
I
what you're
like the
saying is
one
that
sided moves because that's what I target.
yeah, and what Fakir said that why it didn't work for option buyer that day. So since you are a seller, so even that factor maybe worked for you, right?
That's true.
Yeah,
Yes.
because and the next day, the Tuesday was very flattish, gap up and then a sideways move and then ending uh, close to open or below open, and same happened on Wednesday. The Wednesday's ending was a little bit positive, but then again it was a totally flat day in a way. And this is something that we have been seeing since the last 2 weeks, that we get a gap up and then we get a sideways move. In the last 2 weeks, I think just the this Monday and this Thursdays were an exception. How was this 2 days for you guys? Same.
I
Yeah.
think it's typical for Tuesdays to be range bound. So I completely avoid Tuesdays.
Okay.
So no trades for me.
I think for my Tuesday, Wednesday were very bad. Because what market was doing is it was breaking out on one side, and then we saw from the chart that it's reversing back. So those 2 days resulted into losses for me.
Okay. Hopefully, I mean the losses were much less than the profits that you made on Monday. And yep.
Yes.
Okay, and then we come to the cream of the week, that was Thursday. So in Thursday, we can see the chart that initially market opened a little gap down, and then the first three candles of 15 minutes were red. So the market was like kind of negative till 10 o'clock. So something happened after 10 o'clock, some sort of a bull attack or something, and then we see a straight up move till the end of the day, which I think should have been very profitable for any trend trader. So I guess and plus it was an expiry, so there would be expiry traders in the market too. So how was this day for both of you?
A good day for me.
For me,
Actually,
that was yeah. Sorry, Fakir, go on.
the candles that you see after around 11 are all green and consecutive green. So what about what the previous dip and the pump caused was that the underlying options were very cheap, and of course which is around at 11. So the market was not pricing in the recovery very well in the call options. So I had a couple of call options and they were very good for me. So it was a good thing.
Cool. So you recovered whatever you lost on Monday plus more. And scalp for you?
For me, it was very profitable. I think that was the best day yet in this year, 2023. That is because I'm a seller. I had sold an option, a few options around midday, and then because it was expiry, those expired worthless. So I was able to pocket complete premium that day.
Wow. So you did not. There was no square off. You just let it expire.
Yes, I do square of around 315. But it was only 10 or 15 points remaining in the option.
10
So
and
it
15
did
paise.
not become exactly zero,
10 15 paise
but
or 10
then
15
it's
rupees?
as good as zero.
The 10 15 was paise or rupees?
Yeah, option value 10-15 rupees was the option value
Okay.
where I exited.
Okay. Wow. So you sell kind of far. Okay. You sell ITM options.
Yes, I sell ITM options, and probably that's the reason. So I had sold around 250, if I remember correctly. So I was able to pocket 220 to 30 points that day.
Okay. Wow. Then on Thursday, we had Thursday was very bullish, right? We went up high as high. I mean, we were 90.8. So like we were 10 points from 20K. So I was really looking
At
forward to
one
that.
point, I was hoping that the expiry will be above 20K.
Yeah, everybody was, I think,
Same.
everybody was so bullish. But then unfortunately, we had this final red candle and we closed. But it wasn't that bad. We closed at 19,965, which is still above 19,950. So it was a kind of very high close. So what were you guys expecting? How Friday will turn out? Did you get a setback or a shock
I
with
I
SG?
think till 5 or 6 in the evening, the consensus was that it would be a gap up, but then Infy came up with a very weak guidance, and then their area was around 10 to 12% down. And of course, Nifty reacted to the Gift City Nifty reacted to, and there was some,
What was the guidance
we were
for?
expecting a gap down.
Can you repeat? What was the guidance for? I didn't get that part.
Infosys had a
Okay.
very weak guidance on the upcoming results that they'll post in next quarters. So they had a downgrade on their guidance. So they target I mean, I'm not sure about the number, but yes, they reduced their guidance. And of course, the IT is not looking good because uh, the Infi in last quarter result was also very bad. And if you look at the chart, that there was a big gap down then too. And so yes, it was in fee, which was kind of why we saw this happening in the
Dragging
markets.
down. Infi has not been bullish
There
for
was
a very
another
long time, right?
factor, I think, Fakir, because previously on Thursday night, the SPX, all the US markets had gapped down from their previous day. And I see that we closely follow the US markets. So if previous day was bullish, we usually get the bullish opening next day in Indian market.
Of course,
I,
yes,
I
but
feel that
if
that
you
that that was also a factor.
yes, so good boy, if you go to daily charts on Infosys, you'll see that there was also a gap down, almost like
Yep, yep.
yes, you
That
see
was,
that gap down.
yep.
So that was also due to weak results, and
Mm.
this was also due to weak results.
This was. I think I mean US markets do they also react to Infosys? I don't know. Maybe was there any reason for that? uh, the
I
US markets being down?
think there was no event there, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So back to Nifty
Yeah, back to Nifty.
and back to daily charts.
Yeah. Now, yeah. So it was kind of disappointing. Friday, we were on Friday. Friday was kind of disappointing. We opened on a gap down, but the first candle was kind of green. So I was thinking that maybe we'll recover and we'll break the 20K. But then it was not to be, and we had this pattern of low breaking, then low breaking again, which is kind of a little bearish. So, how do you think next week is going to play out? Are we finally going to touch 20K, or do you think it's going to be flat, or this for some time to come?
I feel it's going to spend some time there until people make positions. And so what I strongly feel is market moves only when there are wrestles or somebody has created big positions. So to me, it feels like it will be a sideways.
Okay. So, let's then move on to the interesting discussion that we were planning to talk about today. The movement of Nifty from 18K to 19K, and then from 19K to where we are currently. So on 30th of June, sorry, 30th of June, we crossed 19K. But before that, we crossed 18K on 11th of October 2021. So if you see it in the charts, we'll have to go a little back. This is somewhere where we crossed 18K. And after we crossed 18K, we went to 18,500 in a matter of 8 days. By 19th October 2021, we had made a high of 18,543. Oh, sorry, 18,604, the high we made. And then we had a steady decline in which I mean, there were big moves. There were like 1,000 point down move, then 700-800 points up move, then another 1,000 points down move, and which continued. So you see, from 18K we came down till 16,500. Then we went up back again to 18,300. Then we came down till 15,700. Then again to 1,800, and then to finally we made a low on 1st December 2021. Sorry, this was this was in June 2022. 17th June 2022, we made a
So
low below
around I think
15,200.
6 or 7 months from the top.
Uh, the high was on June and the low
September.
was in June. No, it is 1 year, right?
Okay, okay. No,
No, no, no.
what I
It is not
meant was
exactly one
from the
year, but it is
previous top.
around 9 months, I would say, from October to June,
Yeah, yeah, correct,
right?
correct. So, uh, yeah.
This was a very bad phase for trading, as far as I remember, because there was used to be a lot of whipsaws and stuff. And then we finally broke out again, and we made a new high of somewhere around above 18,800, uh, around 18,887. We made a new high, but again we couldn't. This happened on 1st of December 2022, but again we could not sustain it on cross 19K, and there was again a decline for around 6 months. We took after another 6 months to cross 19K. So in total, we took around 1 year, 9 months to move from 18K to 19K. But thereafter, after we crossed 19K, which happened on the 30th June 2023, in a matter of 20 days, we reached very close to 20K. So it was like, yeah, 20th we had reached above 19,950, but 21st we saw that decline. So we do not know. I mean, do you think we are going to take another 1.5 years before we come back and breach 20K? I mean, of course, it is something in the future and nobody can predict for certain. But what do you guys think? Are we going to see something like this, or are you bullish enough to think that no, we'll be crossing 20K this month or next month?
I mean, if we look at the chart and we look at the strength of the breakout, I don't see Nifty going below 19K anytime soon. Although there might be a slight consolidation for a week or two, but I don't think that this immediate bull run will stop anytime soon. Because what I am seeing in the index itself is the stocks are getting picked up one by one. So this move started with ITC Reliance, and then IT also participated in the later half, although Infi had a bad result. But if you remember the Infi chart, there was a very big last green candle. So almost all of the index stocks have started participating. So I'm not sure where this will go ahead. But if we talk about charts, I don't see Nifty going below 19K anytime soon.
I
But
That
it's
feel
a
the
pretty big,
same.
it's a pretty big 15 months for consolidation, almost like 17 to 15 months consolidation, after which we broke out.
yeah, true that. I mean, this was much awaited and very delayed breakout. So, you think that in the next 1 or 2 weeks, we may be consolidated, but then you think in a month or two or maybe 3 months, we'll break out of the 20K barrier.
Also to note, there will be 2024 general elections coming in, so we'll see an election move to hopefully in the second half of this year.
Okay,
Second, so not the second half, the last quarter of this year.
okay, that is interesting. That is a new point of view. Scalp, what is your point
Of
of view on
course,
this?
I mean, there is always a election move. There's a budget move, and then there's a election plus budget move that will be there in this year. So what happens near
Are you talking
budget
about the
years
state
and budget
elections or are you
gossip? For
talking about
example,
the 2024 elections?
election year is that the mid cap stocks have, there's increased participation in the mid cap space. So the markets might, maybe the index might look like it's consolidating, but the small cap and mid cap might, continue this move till the elections. Not sure how it will be, but yes.
Okay. Scalp, what is your view on this?
Yeah, very similar to what Pakir said. So the way we broke out this 18800, exactly where your cursor was. So there were continuous gap ups. Yeah, exactly
Okay.
around these days. So by the strength of it, it looks like it's a very good strength, and then market already consolidated and then breakout. It did breakout. So the way I'm expecting is. I think they will spend some time here. There may be also a chance to break out about 20K immediately, which can happen. So all it requires is 1 or 2 days move, and it will be there at the 20K.
And where do you guys think this move is going to finally halt? 21, 22, 25?
No
Never.
one knows what will know.
I
Yeah.
I cannot. Yeah,
Very difficult question to
okay.
answer. I mean, even
Yeah.
you can't give a wrong answer on this because
I think this breakout would have more strength if we retest 18,800.
Mm.
So if we consolidate gradually over the next 2 weeks and there is like a downturn and then we are around 19K and then again we break above 20K and then there would be no possibility of ever touching that again. So those gaps, they also pose a risk of retest.
okay,
Although I don't see that very likely, but yes, that tends to happen.
okay, cool. I think that is it for the discussion of Nifty. Unless you guys have anything to add.
I think it's good to close. We also have a very big development on Reliance, but maybe we can, visit that on our next weekly call.
Okay, you want to do it on the next call, not today's. It's been too long.
I think we have a lot of content in this call, no?
Yep,
It's
yep, we
been
do,
like
we do.
almost a 20-minute call, so let's not bore our listeners. It's to
Yep, sure. So I think that was it. This will be bye from me and Fakir and Scalp, and hopefully we'll do this again next week. And stay tuned, guys. And just a reminder again: do subscribe to this channel if you like our content, and please share us and like us so that we can reach more people. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Scalp. Thank you, Fakir.
Thank
Good
you. Thank you.
boy. Bye.
Bye bye.